Imagine you're running a fintech company with thousands of customers and you have no idea what industries they're actually in. That was Ramp's reality. A hiring platform classified the same as a law firm, a tequila distillery lumped together with a hair salon. Complete chaos. But here's where it gets interesting. They didn't just fix it. They built an in-house RAG model that outperformed third-party solutions and gave them complete control. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how they did it, and more importantly, whether you should build or buy for classification problems. Hi, I'm Manas. I'm a strategy consultant specializing in AI and digital transformation. I help organizations implement exactly these kind of solutions. If you're looking to build intelligent classification systems or deploying RAG in your business, reach out via the email in the description. Now, quick context on Ramp, their corporate card and spend management platform that helps businesses control expenses and automate finance operations. Think of them as the modern alternative to traditional corporate cards, but with AI-powered automation throughout. So, why does a fintech company need sophisticated industry classification? That's exactly what we're diving into today with their case study published in January 2025, because it's one of the clearest examples of RAG done right in production. Here's what Ramp was dealing with. They had created what they call a homegrown industry classification system, basically a Frankenstein monster stitched together from third-party data, sales team inputs, and customer self-reporting. There were 4 major problems with this. Number 1, the categories were obviously wrong. Number 2, the labels were so generic they were useless. Number 3, similar businesses getting completely different classifications. 4, zero auditability. No one could explain why a business got a certain label. Now, let's take a real example. WiseHire, a hiring platform for small businesses, was classified as professional services. That same category included law firms, dating apps, and consulting firms. For their risk team trying to assess credit exposure, it was useless. For their sales team trying to understand customer needs, it was also useless. For compliance requirements, it was dangerously useless. And here's something even more interesting. Some teams were converting these homegrown labels to SIC codes, others were using NAICS codes directly, and one internal category could map to 50 different NAICS codes. So, how do you untangle that mess? Most companies would just buy a third-party solution, but Ramp made a different choice. Progress Part 1. The solution architecture. They decided to migrate everything to NAICS, the North American Industry Classification System. It's hierarchical, standardized, and crucially, it's what their partners use already. WiseHire's new classification was this: 561311, Employment Placement Agencies. Here we can see how each of the code is broken down into several subsections. Sector 56 for Administrative and Support Services, Subsector 561, Administrative and Support Services, Industry Group 5613, Employment Services Industry 56131, Employment Placement Agencies. But here's the million-dollar question. How do you actually assign these codes to thousands of businesses accurately? They chose RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, which we've already discussed on this channel before. Be sure to check that video out. Progress Part 2. The RAG implementation. Their RAG system has 3 stages, but here's what makes it clever. Stage 1. Generate recommendations. They calculate embeddings for both the business and the NAICS codes. Then use similarity scores to generate top recommendations. Their key metric is the accuracy at K. How often is the correct code in the top K recommendations? They found a 60% improvement in accuracy just by optimizing which business attributes to embed and which embedding model to use. Stage 2. LLM selection. Here's where it gets sophisticated. They use a 2-prompt system. This approach gave them 5 to 15% improvement in what they call fuzzy accuracy, their custom metric that rewards partial correctness in hierarchical codes. If the correct code is 123456, a prediction of 123499, getting the first 4 digits right scores better than 6 nines, which is completely wrong. That is smart evaluation design. Payoff: the infrastructure and results. Now here's how they actually run it in production. Pre-compute embeddings for all NAICS codes and store them in ClickHouse for fast retrieval. When a new business comes in, embed it on the fly, calculate similarity scores, pull top recommendations, run the 2-prompt LLM process, validate the output, and log everything to Kafka. The results? Let me show you the before and after. Earlier, 3 apparel manufacturers classified as professional services, e-commerce, and textile and apparel. All similar businesses but completely different labels, all correctly classified as apparel accessories and other apparel manufacturing. Before, tequila distillery, hair salon, and delivery services all classified as generic consumer goods. After, distilleries is classified as distilleries, hair salon as cosmetics and beauty supplies retailers, and delivery as local messengers and local delivery. Here is what Ramp's internal teams said. This is a big deal. It will significantly improve our data quality and understanding of our customers. Conclusion: build versus buy decision framework. So here's what you need to take away from Ramp's story. When to build your own RAG classifier. 1. You have unique domain requirements that generic solutions can't handle. 2. You need full auditability and explainability for compliance. 3. Your data has unusual characteristics or distributions. 4. You want to iterate quickly on prompts, embeddings, and architecture. When to buy. 1. Your classification needs are standard across your industry. You lack the ML engineering resources to maintain a custom system. 3. Time to market is more critical than perfect accuracy. And 4. Third-party solutions already achieve acceptable performance. But here's a deeper lesson. Ramp didn't just build a model, they built a system. Pre-computed embeddings, two-stage prompting, fuzzy accuracy metrics, Kafka logging, validation guardrails. This is production-grade ML engineering, not a weekend hackathon project. Remember how I mentioned Ramp went from classification chaos to clarity? The technical solution was RAG, but the strategic decision was choosing control over convenience. If you're facing a similar build versus buy decision for classification, document retrieval, or any RAG application, here are your homework questions. 1. Can you clearly articulate why existing solutions fail for your use case? 2. Do you have data infrastructure to support embeddings and fast retrieval? 3. Can you define custom evaluation metrics that actually matter for your business? 4. Do you have the team to maintain and iterate on this long term? If you answered yes to all 4, building might make sense. If not, start with a third-party solution and build when you hit its limits. If you're architecting classification systems, implementing RAG, or navigating these build versus buy decisions in your organization, that's exactly what I help companies do. Reach out via the email in the description. I'd love to hear about your specific challenge. If you found this breakdown valuable, consider subscribing. I analyze real-world AI implementations like this every week, cutting through the hype to show you what actually works in production. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.